My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are doing a What's Coming in Love reading. So let's see what's coming up. Is the past person somebody that you're currently dealing with, or is it that you're drawing someone else into yourself, or maybe Spirit wants to focus on your self-love? Let's ask the romance angels, what's coming in love for you? Okay, so let's do this. The Meteor Guides cast kicked off yesterday and it was amazing, amazingly beautiful. I'm just happy to have those students. Lovely energy. So thank you guys for circulating and whatever you guys did to help. All right, Olos. Look, we have here a reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. So it could be somebody that you had a falling out with. It could be someone you just lost contact, maybe high school love, something like that. So it's definitely somebody from the past that is coming back into your life. And it looks like a very passionate connection. It looks like someone that's sincere. I see them, they have your back here. So let's dive deeper into this energy. All right, so the energy underneath the deck is reconciliation. All right, and it could be a present person as well, and maybe you guys just had a tiff. It looks like there's a reunion on the horizon, because you know what? It's chemistry. You guys are attracted to each other like magnets. There's a strong I didn't read it though, but I was like, I saw that, I felt that magnet thingy. All right, there's a strong magnetic attraction here that neither of you can deny. Maybe you guys were fighting it, but whilst you guys were fighting it, Cupid is right there doing his thing. Okay, now I see you dressed up here like Little Red Riding Hood. And then there's all this leg exposed and cleavage and all of that. I feel like there's a duality within you. Well, all of us really, but I don't know if you're a Gemini or maybe you're Venus in Gemini or something like that. But there's a duality within you that this person sees very clearly. There's this innocence definitely, but there's a spark of fire that they really enjoy, and they too, right? They have a little, maybe their public persona is someone very reserved, but underneath it all, I don't want to say kinky, but kinky is the word that popped up. Kinky is the word that popped up, and together, you guys like just create all this energy here, you know. All right, let's see. Now, it feels like one of the things that may have driven a wedge between you guys may have been either your religious or spiritual beliefs. But when I get this card, I like to, just expand it just a little bit further. And it's any kind of philosophical beliefs, or maybe social programming, from familiar programming. It feels like you guys were just incompatible, right? So for example, a lot of you guys know that I grew up in a very egalitarian household. I mean, I saw my parents embodying both energies, and if anything, my father embodied more the feminine energy, nurturing and deeply psychic, and my mother, she was more emperor energy. She created form, she gave form to my father's vision, and she was the one that, you know procedures, systems, rules, showed you how to operate in the external world, which is what the emperor does. And then when you come from a background like that, and then most of the men that you're meeting come from traditional households, there's always a kind of tension there, right? So maybe that could have happened with you guys as well. Maybe there's some sort of ethnic divide, racial divide, right now political, ideological divide. So there was something here that both of you guys were closely identifying with. And for a long time, I closely identify with that egalitarian principle, right? But now I'm still there, but a little more flexible. And just allowing people to be whoever they want to be, and I can be whoever I want to be. Anyways, um, maybe it could be political ideologies, um, nationalistic ideologies, whatever it is. But there's something here, or maybe even it's just what am I saying? I was gonna say particular issue, but it came out as political. Maybe there's a particular political issue that, where you guys diverge, and maybe you guys aren't at the point where you're able to well respect where people are at, you know. So that it looks like your connection could have taken a hit there. And we're in a time where people are disowning their family and all of that. So a lot of things are going on. But Spirit is saying that a lot of things, a lot of these tensions that you guys may have been feeling, um, are things that can be surmounted when we learn to trust ourselves, trust our discernment, and also trust the other person. Because when you guys think that you guys are reacting to that particular issue, what you might be reacting to is some sort of fear or primal instinct inside of you, um, where you feel like you might get, I don't know, I don't know. I keep hearing the word annihilated by this person. I don't know. I guess it's hurt. I guess it's hurt. But the word that's coming through is annihilated by this person. But Spirit said, this situation is calling you to have faith. You guys came together for a reason, and it's usually to learn lessons. What else is coming in love here? More healing, as per usual. And Spirit saying healing family issues, right? So you're reacting to your person, but it's rarely Clash of the Titans, Clash of the Programming that's happening, right? It's not really Clash of Olia, right? It's Clash of the Programming, right? So it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, but it's not just forgive, but forgive is part of it, but making peace with your parents and whatever you may have inherited from them. That's what I get with that, and just releasing that and letting go. What I want to do, I want to dive deeper into that healing family issues card. And let's look at, it's not really part of this reading, but we're going to go with the flow, right? And not be so rigid. We're going to look at exactly what family issues Spirit might want you guys to look at this time. Now, everybody's different, so you take whatever resonates, right? And everything else, you let it go. All right, so we have poverty consciousness and the way that poverty consciousness may manifest in our lives. And it could be that you may have grown up when things were literally scarce, or you just grew up with scarcity consciousness, right? The people around you embodied scarcity consciousness, hustle culture. Some of them either hoarding things or people, some of them being spendthrifts, however it is, workaholism, right? However it is that poverty consciousness shows up in your life, Spirit saying you got to take a look at that. All right, what's going on here? All right, one of the healing family issues, feeling of being unwanted, unlovable, unloved, right? Whatever messaging you may have gotten from your family, it made you feel like you weren't good enough, right? And then it feels like you may have carried this through to your other relationships, maybe other friendships, maybe even in work, right? Maybe even in work. And maybe you're always either like maybe trying to prove yourself, overcompensating, overgiving, whatever it is. Spirit saying they want you to look at that the ways that you believe that you are not enough, not enough. We have hunger or lack. So that's that same poverty consciousness that is coming through again. But now we also have hunger. So it could be for some of you there, you have to come to terms with your relationship with food. Okay. So some of you may be um, dealing with obesity and how you can transition into a more healthier lifestyle. For some of you, you may have eating disorders that you may have learned or picked up from your parents. Okay, a lot of dietary control, food control, that kind of thing, especially if you're like me and you grew up in the 80s, 90s, it was all about that, right? They put me on diet pills when I was 9 years old. So, just coming to terms with yourself, your body, um, and your whole self image, any kind of body image issues, right? That could be going on there as well. And it's not necessarily food either. It could be any sort of addiction, right? Let's expand hunger a little further. So any sort of addiction, anything that you are addicted to, whether it's shopping. My mom's a shopaholic. And I was at one point, right? So, whether it's shopping, consumption of media, you're living on YouTube or TikTok and you're just, wasting a while away. Whether it's substance abuse, whatever have you, or as we talked about before, addicted to your work, right? Whatever it is that you are using to escape your reality, escape yourself, Spirit wants you to take a look at that. We come back to addiction. So specifically, they're calling out any sort of alcohol or substance addiction. They want you to deal with that. So that's just a confirmation of that last point. And what else? All right. The other thing that they want you to look at that you may have inherited from your parents or you may have downloaded from your parents is this betrayal, right? Maybe one of your parents were betrayed, and that's something you either witnessed or something that they spoke about. And from that, maybe there's some sort of uh, persecution complex, some kind of trust issues going on. Maybe, well, I mean, it had to be a trust issues right on that trust card. So maybe it might not even have been something that happened to you, but it's something that was encoded in your DNA by your parents. Okay. And we know now that can definitely happen because of epigenetics, right? Um, so for example, I'm from Tobago, right, in Trinidad and Tobago, and in the 1960s there was a crazy ass hurricane, Hurricane Flora. I did not experience Hurricane Flora, but sometimes I feel like I experienced Hurricane Flora because one, all the stories you hear about Hurricane Flora, even now, right, 50 something years after, and the way that we respond when we hear that there's a hurricane on the horizon is very different from how people in our sister island, Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad responds, right? We are all disaster preparedness. We are boom in it, locked up. We buy our supplies, blah blah blah. We're not playing with that. And it's generations of people. We don't play, right? We've all heard the stories. We didn't experience it, but you'd swear something in us just activates when we hear that. Not like our sister island partying, right? So, um, it's just crazy, what stories and what epigenetics can do. All right, so this is what Spirit wants you to pay attention to. All right, let's see the energy of this person that is coming in, and let's look at their energy towards you. So you say hurricane and we just flip a switch. We are activated. All right, we have the challenge, but this person is determined to um, overcome or surmount some particular challenge in their life. I mean, look at that determination, okay? Right, and I feel like the challenge is this lady of song here. That's you. 42, reduced to 6, the lovers. All right, let's see what's going on. So this person laser focused on you right now. All right, let's see the energy generally. Something turned over. We have the question and everything. Even who they love and whoever's in their love life, they're questioning everything. And they're questioning their ancestors, their family, and the way that their family does things, which makes sense with this healing family issues, because sometimes to heal family issues, you have to do like what these people are doing here. You got to walk away. You got to walk away, because this tree is, I mean, just look at the expression on this tree. This tree is not surviving, right? This tree is tired. This tree needs some kind of rejuvenation, right? So it feels like your person is walking away from some sort of family or group thing. That's what I get with that, especially when it comes to love. I'll pull some cards and see, what their family beliefs about love. Okay, let's see. All right, their energy towards you. Energy towards you is the shapeshifter. They can't put their finger on you. Like when they think that they know you, boom, you're like share. You morph into something else, right? You transform, right? So it's like you're, the ever unfolding rose, right? It's a deeper mystery, right? So that's how they see you. That's how they see you. And yet, within all that shifting and changing, the core essence of who you are remains the same. Okay? All right. Now, let's see what exactly about love and their families' opinions and programming around love that they're questioning. What exactly are they questioning and walking away from? So there's something that their family believes about love that they are walking away from. All right, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so for some of them, included in your person's DNA is the energy of the player playing the field. Maybe their family, a lot of philanderers, people having extramarital relationships, or having multiple energies in their life, and it's not ethical non-monogamy, right? They're just playing the field and playing with people's hearts and emotions. So it feels like that's what your person is walking away from right now. All right. Yeah, doing something different. They feel like they have to do something different from what their family is used to doing, right? And so too, they're breaking free from their family tree. Right? Yeah, breaking free from their family tree. They're breaking ranks. That's what they're doing, breaking ranks. They know that they have to do something different if they want the next generation to be healthier than they were. What else are they walking away from and they're doing differently? We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So maybe in your person's family, people kind of stay stuck and stagnated, even when love relationships aren't working out for them. They just mark time. Time stands still. Time stands still, right? So your person, they're shifting out of that energy. If it's not working, they're moving on. They're not trying to be the last man standing. Okay. What else? All right. We have King of Swords in reverse. And no, King of Swords in reverse is the quintessential narcissist. This is the overt narcissist. So maybe a lot of narcissistic tendencies in their family line, especially with those who identify with the masculine or maleness, masculinity. Okay. So they are walking away from that as well. So that's how your person was programmed, right? A lot of privilege that they abused, but they are walking away from that because they don't recognize that as their truth. Ace of Swords in reverse. Now they see you as someone that they just can't put their finger on. Just when they think, okay, I've cracked the code, a viewer, boom, there you are doing something else. They think you're the magician. Yeah, they think you're magical, right? They think you're mysterious. They think that you can manifest anything, they think that you know the secrets of the universe or some shit, right? And they see you as a free bird. Eight of Swords in reverse, right? You're not holding on or grasping onto any kind of family programming, right? You are kind of exploring the world and seeing for yourself what resonates with you and what doesn't, right? So it feels like you have shifted out of groupthink. You've shifted out of this limited thinking, limited beliefs about yourself, about the world. And they really admire that. And they see you as so stable. Queen of Pentacles. All right, well, what the hell does this person want with you? Okay, so reconcile and then what? What do they want with you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They don't even know. Hanged man, they don't even know. They just know that they want you, right? They just know they feel magnetized towards you. Page of wands, right? That's all they know right now. I think this person, maybe for once in their life, running on instinct. And they're not really questioning where they're going. They're just going where it's flowing, and it looks like it's flowing towards you, right? We have here, all they know that when you're not in their life, they just don't feel the same. They feel impoverished, right? They feel alone. They feel isolated, right? They feel like they have nobody in their corner. That's what they know, right? All they know is that you're the one. All they know is that you're a dream come true. Some of you guys need to be drinking coconut water. That's a random message. Anyways, but that's all they know. They don't know anything beyond that, right? They're trusting. They're trusting where they're being led, and apparently they're being led to you. That's all they know. All they know is how they feel, and they're allowing how they feel to guide them right now. Now, what's going to pose a challenge in this connection? What's going to pose a challenge in this connection? What's going to be the challenges in this connection? We have Two of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands in reverse goes to the Ace of Wands. So I can think of a couple things. One, I think both of you guys are really motivated and passionate people, and really passionate about the things that you guys believe in. And sometimes, and maybe you know that already, you guys can clash. And maybe two of you guys stubborn as F. Okay? So there is that. The other challenge is that maybe each of you are waiting for the other person to make a move, right? And decide on the direction of this connection. Both of you guys kind of taking a back seat. And because of that, nothing's really happening. What else might be challenging for this connection? We have Six of Pentacles. All right, so for some of you guys, either on your side, on your person's side, or on both you sides, there's some sort of karmic energy here. Okay, and that might pose a challenge to the connection. That might block the energies. What else might be challenging? Strength card in reverse. Both of you guys giving your power away either to the other person, somebody else, or maybe a something, right? And that's what we do when we are in addiction, right? We're giving our power away. What else might be challenging for this connection? We have Six of Swords in reverse, or past baggage and pain. So Spirit's letting us know. Well, they let us know, one, Some of you, what you guys are experiencing or what you guys are triggered by, it's not even your shit. It's your family shit, right? So you have your family shit going on there, and then you also have your own personal stuff that both of you guys you're reacting to. Okay? So that might be the challenge, how to stay stable and centered when these triggers come hard and fast. Okay? Because whatever triggers are coming, it feels like it's going into, your deepest core wounding. Right? And staying stable when that happens, it feels like that is going to be your biggest challenge. What's going to be helpful to this connection? What's going to be helpful? We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, right? So both of you guys are committed to being truthful, transparent, and authentic in this relationship, right? So if that didn't happen in the past, this person is coming right back around, okay? And they are committed to being as open and as honest as they can. What's going to be helpful? So you guys, this commitment to honesty, what's going to be helpful? Whatever heart healing you guys might be doing, okay? And for some of you, part of that heart healing is moving on from a third party. That is going to really help this connection. What else is going to be helpful? We have the Star card in reverse. Those times in your life when you were in karmic energies, and the lessons that you learned there, you downloaded a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and you have the experience now, where you can conduct yourself differently. You can do different things. You can set healthy boundaries, right? So make sure that you are, drawing upon your experiences, and applying the wisdom that arose out of, those trying times. What else is going to help this connection? Okay, we have the King of Swords in reverse. So those little pockets of non-communication where you are forced to focus on yourself, and your path is going to be really helpful, because it's going to give you guys a lot of clarity as to what you don't want and what you do want in a relationship, in life, in love, career. Okay. Now, when is this person going to be coming in? I'll get 2 cards. Now, in the extended, what we're going to do, we are going to get some guidance from the ancestors with regard to this connection. We're going to see what the ancestors think about all of this. Okay. We're going to see which ancestor wants to come through and exactly what they want to say. I'll get my little book in a moment. Okay. When are they coming? What do we have here? We have 7 months. Okay. As the underlying energy. But 7 is a number of the divine. Okay, let's see. When is this person coming in? We have a super moon. So whenever is the next super moon, we have that timeline there. And we have Caribbean dry season. So that's January to May. So anytime between the next super moon and January to May, that's when this person is coming in a real way. I'm just rhyming today, right? Okay. All right. So give me a second. Let me get my book and let's see which ancestor will come through for the extended. 1 second. All right. So let's see which ancestor is coming through for the extended. Is it on your father's side or your mother's side? It's on your mother's side. And let's see who that is. We have a great-grandfather. Great-grandfather on your mother's side coming through. Okay. My great-grandfather was a pastor. Interesting. Religious factors. All right. So if you're able to join me in extended, please do. Otherwise, please could I ask you to subscribe to the channel or put a comment down below. It could be a full stop, an emoji, no matter. Right. and those that purchase extended links and services. Thank you guys. All of it helps our community grow and expand, and I thank you for that. Take care. Bye.